اليوم ان شاء الله حنا غادي في واحد الجوله في مملكه الحيوانات اللي كاينه هنايا. كنتمنى ان شاء الله تعجبكم هذه الخريجه معنا ديال اليوم، تفوجوا معنا شويه.
We might see out there on the reserve looking for. We might not see all of them. We might see some that aren't up there on the guide. We're just waiting for the clearance from the control tower to enter the reserve. Looks like we're number one here on the runway for launch. Excellent. And now we are clear. So let's go. As we cross these runways, have extremely good camouflage, blend in very, very well. So we'll have to keep our eyes out, kind of see what we can find out here. Let's see what we can find. If you do see an animal I missed, please let me know. There's no copy of family as they have those all. Their closest known relative is actually long. It's about 3 to 5 inches long. Oh, we might see it again. Yeah, right there on the right, you can actually see it up on the hillside there. Crossing the road here in front of us, these are the bongo. They have those 18 white stripes on their back. On the top of the hill there, that's the greater kudu standing up there. Sightings like these of black rhinos are becoming less and less frequent in the world, as black rhinos are critically endangered. Only about 5,000 left. There's another one here on the left as well, it looks like. Black rhinos are critically endangered. They're being poached for their horns. They have some African culture. Right there. Pretty tall bird. Actually stands about 5 feet tall. Has that bright colored beak on the front of their face. Their wingspan is about 9 feet wide. Now, I'm not sick our adventure up. Now, do we have any first-time safari riders here today? They said that as long as we went nice and slow over the bumps and kept the door shut, we shouldn't lose anybody again, so we'll try that this time. Now, here on the Sapi River, we're looking. They can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at known predators in the wild. Definitely not these birds. A group of hippos is known as a bloat. Hippos are nocturnal animals. They're going to sleep during the day. They'll be most active at night, traveling for hundreds. Pelicans, second smallest species of pelican in the world, are the pink-back pelican. But they have a very impressive wingspan still, even for being about that small. Their wingspan is actually about 7.5 to 9 feet wide. Could be a possible traffic jam up ahead of us somewhere. We'll see though. Let's see what we can find. On the left here, under this bridge, we found some Nile crocodiles here. Very, very big animals, about 16 to 20 feet long. They weigh about 500 pounds each. We can tell they're crocodiles by looking at their mouths, so the closed mouth there. Whereas an alligator, when it closes its mouth, all of its teeth are located on the inside of their mouth. Now we are heading up towards the staff up in the road ahead of us somewhere here. Now these are often called the upside down tree, as it looks like their roots are growing straight up from the ground. These trees are oftentimes leafless for about 9 months of the year. There are thousands of gallons of fresh water, so should any animal on the savannah need to find it, which is where it gets that nickname from as the Tree of Life. As we're waiting to enter the grasslands here, we do see right ahead of us here some giraffes already crossing through the middle there. We can tell already these are the Maasai giraffes, as they have those jagged edges on their. Giraffes are going to grow to be about 20 feet tall, which is why a group of giraffes is known as a tower. I see quite a few of the younger giraffes out here right now, actually, too. In the last 12 months here on the reserve, we actually had 5 giraffes born. So we do see quite a few of these younger giraffes out here. As well, if you look straight ahead, you'll see those large antelope there in the middle. They're the largest antelope here on the reserve. The male is going to be the eland in the back there. Weighs about 2,000 pounds. Very, very big animals. They actually can jump 6 to 10 feet in the air. Looks like they're hanging out here with these giraffes right now on the right. Now behind them we'll actually see the Ankole cattle as well. That cattle over there with the big horns on their head. Those horns are going to grow to be about 4 to 6 feet long and actually get used as a cooling unit for those cattle. The blood from their body gets pumped up into those horns, cooled off, and then pumped back down into the rest of their body. Looks like all these smaller giraffes are coming over here to get a nice snack out of that tree. Let's see here what else we'll find. On the left, laying down there in the middle, those are going to be the African painted dogs. You'll see them right in the middle by those tree trunks that are down. Laying down, taking a nap today. They're the most successful hunters on the savannah are the African painted dogs. Greater than a 90% success rate on all of their hunts. They actually will chase their prey to the point of exhaustion, just running behind their prey until their prey simply can't run anymore. Water, fill up with the big horns on their head. Their horns grow to be about 4 feet long and actually get used as a defense for them to help protect them from any oncoming danger. Looks like this cattle here is trying to knock down those leaves with its horns. Here on the left, as well as those elands again over here on the right in the middle, as well as a couple elands here on the left. We actually see the youngest eland too over here in the middle. Only about 12 or 13 weeks old. There on the left. There's that male eland over here on the right. And some more younger giraffes over here on the right as well. Quite a few animals out here on this side of the grasslands today right now. You can see the grasslands kind of extend right apart, left and right. Termite mountains are made of 3 key ingredient animals like the springbok, as they can jump right up on top of them and look around in the tall grass. So now we're going to head in here to this. So what type of animal might have done all the damage here to these trees? Elephant. T-Rex, the last truck was trying to tell me ran through it. On the right here, there are 2 elephants, actually. These are the African elephants. You can see they have those very large ears on their head. Those ears are going to be flapping back and forth right now. Actually, to help keep them cool, they'll create a barrier. These are the mandrills. They're the largest monkeys in Africa. You can see actually and about a 3-inch tail. And 3 smaller household electronic items. So one way that you can actually help a local electronics store or to a department store, or just recycling them at your house in the recycling bin, they'll put it out into another device, which will actually help cut down on the destruction. Let's keep keep moving here. We'll see what else we can find. Let's see. Keep your eyes out for some more elephant activity, possibly. I saw some tusk marks back there in the red clay, meaning there might be some more elephants here around. I see some in the back over there. Necessary for their diet. We're going to head down here towards this watering hole. See if we can find any elephants hanging out down here by this watering hole. Found some ducks there on the left. Not a lot of elephant activity though. But if we look here on the left, we also have species of flamingos in the world. They get their color from their diet, which consists primarily of brine shrimp. The brine shrimp contains a vitamin called beta-carotene. Look at that middle island as well. You'll also realize it's the largest hidden Mickey here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's Flamingo Island itself. Home to animals like the lions, the cheetahs, the warthogs, the ostrich, just to name a few. Now sometimes we'll also find animals like the white rhinoceros hanging out here on the left by these mud pits. Looks like we might see some up here on the right in the hill. They're very large animals. They weigh about 5,000 pounds each. Top speeds for them about 35 miles an hour. We're going to pull it on the front side of this hill here and get a good view of those white rhinos up there. Let's see here. Right up there on the right, you'll see those rhinos taking a nap up in the shade. Now, white rhinos are actually a social species of rhinos. They live together in what are called crashes, which is a group of rhinos. On the left, all the way up to the top there, we see a cheetah laying down in the sun in the back there. Also a couple here in the shade by these trees as well. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals on the planet. 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. Have non-retractable claws. Now we're coming up onto the covey, which is a large gathering of rocks that overlooks the grasslands. Oftentimes used by animals to kind of look out and see what's going on. Maybe to make sure there's no predators in the area. Or if they're a predator, they might be up there looking to see where their next meal might be coming from. We're going to roll around the front here, see what we might be able to find. I think there's an ostrich over here straight ahead of us, actually. Walking around over here on this right side. Ostrich are the largest land birds on the planet. Weighing about 300 pounds each, their top speeds are about 40 miles an hour. On the far right of that ostrich, we see a couple more rhinos over there hanging out as well. Oh, in that back right corner, a couple more rhinos back there. In the middle there, laying down, is actually going to be a bontabuck. You can see it kind of laying down in the sand there. The small antelope is actually a relative of the wildebeest, as well as those sharphorn. On the left here, this is a lion. Lions are mostly nocturnal animals. They sleep for about 20 hours of the day. They're only going to be active for about 4 hours of the night. During the darkest times of the night, they'll be most active. The lion's roar can be heard about 5 miles across the grassland. They are big cats after all, so they do take quite a few naps throughout the day. On the left here, these are the warthogs. Right here in the middle. Largest burrowing animals in the world are the warthogs. You can see they have those warts on their face that they're known for, as well as those razor sharp tusks that they'll use to dig those burrows with. Here's that ostrich again here on the right. Looks like some ostrich eggs as well. And some bontabuckian. Another bontabuck here on the right. Ostrich eggs themselves weigh about 3 pounds each. And actually, they're super strong. They're strong enough that they can actually withstand the weight of a human standing on any one of those eggs without them even cracking. It takes about 45 days for an ostrich egg to hatch. Now though, we're going to head up here towards the Magadi Glen. This is one of the newest sections here on the reserve is the Magadi Glen. Lots of luscious, but that doesn't mean that we might not have some good opportunities here to see potentially some animals, so we'll keep our eyes out. I do see some hot springs starting to bubble up here on the right. Down that path on the right, laying down all the way at the end actually is the scimitar horned oryx. All the way in the back there. That white animal with the big horns on its head. Gets its name from those horns that resemble that of a scimitar blade found in the Middle East. Those animals are mostly found in northern Africa in the deserts. Now, since 1995, when the Disney Conservation Fund was started, Disney, with the help of all of our friends here at Animal Kingdom, is actually been able to help more than $86 million that's been donated to more than 2,000 conservation groups all around the world that deal not only with the conservation of animals by visiting any merchandise or food and beverage location. Simply ask them to round your purchase up to the nearest dollar or select any other amount you'd like. And while in the park today, Disney's actually going to match dollar for dollar, penny for penny, any amount donated to the Conservation Fund. Now, if I have any Wilderness Explorers on board, you've been traveling on the Simba 1, SIMBA1. Page 15 of your Wilderness Explorer handbook is the Safari Badge. You can ask for the name of the truck you rode on, your favorite animal you saw, and a couple other questions. Now, it looks like we're getting closer back to the village. I can hear those villagers singing already. We're going to hang out here just for a minute to see which one of these stocks becomes available.
وهنا أحبائي كتنتهي الجولة ديالنا. أتمنى إن شاء الله تكون عجبتكم وإلى فيديو جديد إن شاء الله. إلى اللقاء أحبائي، مع السلامة.
Instead we say Waharini, which means to go well.